Morning, champions. Yesterday we talked a little bit about meditation and being calm and zenned out, and how it's quite easy to do that if you go and sit on, on a mountain, or, as a Zen Buddhist or something like that, but it's not realistic in our day-to-day life. We need to be able to do that from time to time to recharge, refresh, re-energize and go again. But day to day, we've got to be able to handle the stresses that we face in being successful and active individuals that we are, and wanting to be high achievers with a black belt mindset. So I've got a couple of examples for you today. One's a martial arts one, and the other one is a life one. Okay, so first let's cover the karate or martial arts one, and it's like being calm and collected under stress. So just say you're doing kumite, and the person is just peppering you with techniques. Like, you might start out nice and slow, a few techniques here and there, a few kicks, and you're able to block, counter, you're at your level. Then the other person starts to throw more and more techniques until you're getting a barrage of techniques. You've got two choices. One is to stay calm. Well, a couple of choices. The red mist can come down, you tense up, you go and you take off and you do something silly, or you start going out of control. Not a good idea. Another one is you can quit completely, hands up, I'm out, no more. Not a good idea. You can start to, the other two are really starting to try and control what the other person's doing. They shouldn't be doing this. Okay, now that is giving away your control, because you can't control what the other person's going to do. What you need to do is to take the information in, stay relaxed, stay calm, stay in control, and stay focused on what you can do. Right, block, 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 move, counter. Okay, cover, protect, breathe, relax. What's happening here? What's going on? Distance, thinking through the process, breathing, staying in control, staying focused on what you can control. That's the outcome that you're looking for. Now, when it comes to life, as a regional manager, for example, and a father of two, husband of one, and let's just say I've had a disagreement with Nada, and I'm in the shopping center and the kids are going ballistic, and then the phone rings and someone's got a complaint, or someone's injured themselves, or someone has done something. I can't just put on hold. I just can't drop everything and go to the mountain. I've got to deal with it in that scenario. I've got to deal with that in that thing. I can't try and control the situations in that moment. All I can do is allow things to be. I've got to keep one eye on the kids, make sure that they're safe. Okay, I've got to listen to the person. Don't think I've got to control the situation. We just got to listen and understand and hear, and later on we'll worry about dealing with it. But I've got to stay calm in the moment. So the meditation and all that sort of mind control and all this stuff that we deal with is about being your best self in that moment without going off the charts, losing it. And I'll talk about that in a second. So when that's an example of a perfect storm, I guess you could say. Again, can't control the outcome. I can only control my responses to those situations. Okay. So we've got to just be present in the moment, like we mentioned to in the kumite example. And I've got a little example here of how, let's just imagine that your mind is a thermostat or a thermometer, call it a thermostat. And when you're totally blissed out and calm, you're right at the bottom, so you might be 5% on that thermostat, or 5 degrees or whatever. And then when you lose it and you go off, that's 100% or 100 degrees, right? And in your general day-to-day living, you're going to be somewhere in that 100 degrees of calmness. Our mission is to stay in that, around that 50% or whatever, 50, 70, under 80%, because over 80% things start to go wrong. And what I mean by that is a lot of people are getting around, their mind is so full, they're so up to here, that and they're already at 80%. You see this when someone cuts them off accidentally, and they like, up yours, and they swear, they get upset, like that road rage kind of thing, like something seemingly insignificant sets them off, means that that person is probably already up to here before it actually happened, right before that next incident happened. A build up of things had got them up, so they're off the clock. So ultimately, anything over 80%, we're starting to do damage to ourselves. The stress levels are too high. We start to lower our immune system. We start to get sick easily. We start to get upset with people easily. We start to not enjoy things easily. So how do we keep ourselves at a lower level? And it's really about everything that we talk about. Like, stop trying to control things outside of your control and focus on the things that you have control of. And and one of those things is breathing. It's breathe. So I've got a little exercise for you that I practice on a regular basis, like regular meaning regularly every day, multiple times through the day. We've got our phones these days, and let's say you're going to get a coffee and there's a bit of a lineup. Most people get their phone out and they're scrolling through their phone, okay? Checking emails, doing text messages. You're busy, I get it, doing that sort of thing, but sometimes it's doomsday scrolling and wasting time. I just want you to try this next time you go to get a coffee. Leave your phone in your pocket and just breathe. And so the breathing that I want to promote here is what I call it's counting to 20. It's counting your breaths in. So every time you breathe in, that's 1. Every time you breathe out, it's 1. Second time in, 2. Breathe out, 2. 3. 3. When your mind wanders off and you forget what you're doing, come back to 1. Get to 20. If you get to 20, start over again. Keep doing that until your coffee's ready. Off you go. Next opportunity you might get, you might have to go and, I don't know, you're waiting for someone, or you're making a phone call at work, you're waiting for someone on hold. Again, do your 20 count. You might be waiting in the shopping center, waiting to do your groceries, waiting to get to checkout, do your 20 count. You might be waiting in the service station, do your 20 count. You might be waiting for a meeting, do your 20 count. Find a bunch of times during the day to do that in between in between your to-do list, not extra time, just anyway time when you'd normally be scrolling or complaining or thinking or stressing or doing something like that. Feel your shoulders drop, feel that your capacity come down, your capacity go up, I should say, as your mental clock winds down, your thermostat comes down. You might go in there to get a coffee and you're at 75. By the time you come out from getting your coffee, not only have you got a coffee, but you're down to 65 because you've done a couple of cycles through your 20. This has been so beneficial for me. It's an active meditation that I use every day, multiple times through the day. It's helped me be a better dad, hopefully helped me become a better husband, helped me become a better regional manager, karate instructor, and I hope in some way, shape or form it helps you, okay? Put into action, only will help if you put it into action. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for listening. I know it's a long one, and I look forward to seeing you in the dojo soon. Thank you.